All right, here's another video on our linear equations series. This one is on finding the slope of a line in the Cartesian plane. Let's have a look. Now, when we have 2 points on a Cartesian plane, those 2 points can be connected to form a straight line. And the straight line that's formed between 2 points can be defined by a couple of characteristics. The one that we're going to look at in this video is something called slope. Now, when we're talking about the slope of a line, we're really just referring to its steepness. Now, obviously a line could be very steep or very flat and anything in between, even vertical or horizontal. Now, we could also say that a slope is either increasing or decreasing as we scan the graph from left to right. So if the slope is increasing as we move from left to right, then we have what we call a positive slope. And if the line is decreasing as we move from left to right along the graph, then we've got a negative slope. Now, as I said, to form a straight line on a graph, I would have to start with 2 points, at least 2 points, that I could connect to form that straight line. And those 2 points are important because I'm going to use the coordinates of those 2 points to plug into my formula to calculate slope. Now, in this formula, you'll notice that I have 2 y values over 2 x values. And those values are obtained from the coordinates of the points along the line. And this information would have to be given in the question. Now, once we know the coordinates of 2 points that are on our line, we label those coordinates. Instead of just x and y, we're going to differentiate them or tell them apart by calling one set of coordinates x1 and y1, labeling the other set of coordinates x2 and y2. And for this formula, it doesn't matter which one we call x1, y1 and which one we call x2, y2. But it is important that x1 and y1 are together in the same set of brackets and that x2 and y2 are together in the other set of brackets. Now, once the coordinates are labeled, all we need to do here is plug the values in where they go in the formula and calculate carefully. A couple of things to watch out for here. First, don't mix up where those numbers go. Now look carefully. It's y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. You have to keep that order intact. Second, don't be thrown off by the minus sign and any negative values you might have to put in your formula. You'll often end up with sort of a double negative there where you're subtracting a negative value. Just be careful, plug those numbers in your calculator and follow the steps carefully and properly and take your time, like we always do. So once you have them plugged in the right place, just slow down, trust your calculator, and you'll be fine. Now watch a couple of examples on how we calculate the slope of a straight line on a Cartesian plane, and pay careful attention when you see those double negative signs pop up.